Good morning, Year 3. So our TLP for maths today is can I use times and divide to solve word problems? Okay, so today you are going to need, from your Beanstalky maths pack, you're going to need your 5 times 5 equals 25 fact of the day sheet. You are also going to need this sheet. So have a good look through and find this sheet. It's got Jim and the giant having breakfast together at the top of it. Okay, so those are the two sheets you're going to need today. You'll need that and a pencil. Okay, move that one to the side for later. So just like we did on Tuesday, we have got another fact of the day sheet. Don't forget to stick these in your maths books when you finish so you've got a record of everything you've done. Right, so for today, again, you can either choose to draw or write true facts, or it was lovely on our Zoom call the other day, lots of people read out facts and we had to guess whether they were a fact or a fib. So if you can do that again today, that would be great, and we'll play that quiz today in our Zoom. So reading out your statements and we'll say fact, that's true, or fib, not true. Okay, so I will let you take that away and have a go at writing that. Remember, you can do some simple ones like 25 divided by 5, but of course, when you turn that round, it's just going to be 25 divided by 5 again, so that you don't have as many simple timeses and divides. So you're going to have to get creative today. Right, so when you've completed that, let's move on to our other sheet. Here we go. In the story, Jim and the Beanstalk, the things in the giant's world are so much bigger than in a little boy's world. So that's Jim. Can you fill the empty boxes below by calculating how much bigger than Jim's things the giants are, and by how much smaller the giants than the giant, and it says Jack, and that's wrong actually. I'm going to correct that. Jim's are. So you can make that correction on your sheet as well. Now, this says, what if the giant's stuff is twice as big as Jim's? Now, I don't want to do the answers with you here because I'd like you to have a really good think about it. Don't want to give you all the answers. So let's think about some different things. Okay, so let's imagine these things are in Jim's house. And if they were twice as big in the giant's house, how big would they be? Now, we know that if something is twice as big, it would be like having 2 of them. So the cup would be as big as 2 cups. The scissors would be as big as 2 pairs of scissors, and the duck would be as big as 2 ducks. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 of those, but I do have 2 of the cups to show you how it would double in size. So without doubling it in size physically, let's measure the cup. So this cup, as you can see, I'm not putting my ruler here at the end, I'm putting it on the 0. This cup is about 8 centimetres long. So in Jim's house, it would be 8 centimetres. Okay, now what about these scissors? So I'll move my cup out of the way for the moment. If I get my scissors, and I'm going to put them along the ruler, so hopefully you can see that. So again, I'm not starting at the end of the ruler, I'm starting at 0, and it goes all the way along. I'm going to use my hand, and that is about 21 centimetres. So the scissors are 21 centimetres. Right, move those out of the way. And finally, in Jim's house, the rubber duck is, so if it starts there, ends there, oh, that's a good one. That's 5.5 centimetres. Oh, that's a little bit of a challenge. So, if in the giant's house, they got to be twice as big, they had to be twice as big, the cup, the scissors, and the duck. So we would have to times that by 2. 8 centimetres times 2. So what is 8 times 2? Well, we've got 8, and if it was double the length, let's lay that down, it would be the same length again, so another 8. And that would give us the answer 16 centimetres. So that becomes 16 centimetres long in the giant house. Now you won't have things to measure, so you're going to have to use your maths to do this. So if you could do 8 times 2, but you're probably better at your 2 times table. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so 8 times 2 is 16 centimetres. Right, now what about if we double 21? Maybe we're going to need to do our number grid, our multiplication grid. So I'm going to split 20 into 21. I'm going to times that by 2. Now, 20 times 2 is 40. 1 times 2 is 2. Add them together and the answer is going to be 42 centimetres. So the giant scissors would be 42 centimetres long, which would actually be much longer than my ruler. Right, now 5.5 centimetres times by 2. So 5 centimetres is easy. 5 times 2 is 10, we know that. But if we've got half a centimetre and we times it by 2, what will it be? Let's have a look at our ruler. So that's half a centimetre. If I add on another half a centimetre to double it, it's 1 centimetre. So I've got 10 centimetres, add 1 centimetre, which equals 11 centimetres. Now on your sheet, I don't think you've got any halves, but I just wanted to show you how it might work. So that's the practical. So let's go back to our sheet and see what we're actually going to be doing today. So in Jim's house, the glasses, and that's the glasses that you wear on your face, would be 12 centimetres long. So how big would it be in the giant's house? And again, just like I did, if you're not sure, you might want to use your grid method. Remember, you've still got all those lovely sheets in your pack. The bottle is 11 centimetres, the gold coin is 5 centimetres, and the wig is 25 centimetres. You may well have to use a grid method for that one. And then the false teeth are 9 centimetres. So all of this we have to double. We have to times it by 2 to find out how big it would be in the giant's house. Not going to help you with that one. You're going to have a go. Remember, if you're finding it tricky, come along to the Zoom drop-in and I will help. Now, this one is a slightly different puzzle. This time, so for this box, you need to work out how much bigger or smaller the objects are using lengths before and after. Complete the gaps in the chart. The gold coin has both sizes in, so you can work out how much you have to times or divide by. So this is the one that gives you the clue. Without that, you don't know how much you're timesing or dividing by. So in Jack's house, the gold coin would be 2 centimetres long, so round about the same size as a 2p. Let's get my ruler and check that. Yes, it's a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. However, in the giant's house, it wouldn't be 4, it wouldn't have doubled. It would be 20 centimetres. Wow, that's not just double, that's much bigger. What do you have to times 2 by to get 20? And then you need to fill in the rest of the table. Not going to give you any more than that. If you find it difficult, we will talk about it in Zoom later, so do not worry. Now, if you whiz through that and solve that all really quickly, you can do what I did. Take your ruler or your measuring tape, whatever you had. Maybe you could measure some things around your house, and in your book, you can say how much they would be if they were double the size, and then how much they would be if they were multiplied by the same number. I'm not going to say what it is, as in the second problem. Okay, so this is your main task. The challenge is, in your book, can you find things around your house and work out how big they would be in the giant's house? Okay, we'll talk about it later. Look forward to seeing how you get on solving word problems using times and divide.